McKenna Gibson at first, then Sophia Nugent batting fourth and catching. Destiny Rodriguez hits fifth at second. Alana Leach in the sixth spot at right. Cameron Sarvis at seventh as the DP. Laura Mueller eighth at short. And Taylor Pannell rounds out the lineup at third. Meanwhile, it's Felton in the circle for UCF, pitching to Ashley Griffin. Left to right of the infield is Humphreys, then Evans, Katie Burge, Aubrey Evans that is, and Katie Burge at second. Shannon Doherty at first. Left to right of the outfield, Cody, Rowe, and Chloe Evans, as it's rolled to Burge for the first out. UCF comes into this game a fair share of Californians on this roster. 9 players from here in California. Homecoming for that crew, and they're looking to pull off a ranked upset over the Lady Vols of Tennessee. Tennessee, its 7th time playing in this event as Riley West takes it inside. Meanwhile, UCF has faced an absolute gauntlet to start off this event. You know what, when you sign up to be a part of this event, you know going into it that you will play some really good teams. What you maybe don't know is that you will play 4 ranked opponents in your first 4 games of Mary Nutter. That's exactly what UCF did. They played Mississippi State, Oregon, and Missouri. Lost all 3. This is quite the welcome back grouping for UCF at its first appearance at Mary Nutter since 2017. As Riley West dribbles one into left, first base runner of the game for either team. West had 2 hits last game, starts it off with the base knock right here. Brings up the 3-hitter in McKenna Gibson. Gibson was one of just 2 starters last game for Tennessee to not record a hit. This is a former All-American from a season ago, batting .333 in the season despite the 0-for performance earlier today. She was 0 for 4 in that game. It was a 6-1 Tennessee win over Oregon State. Belt in the circle, a 3-1 record this season. It's another strike on Gibson. This is just her 5th appearance of the year. It's her 2nd time pitching in Mary Nutter. Went 4 innings in a start against Mississippi State, in which she gave up a pair of runs. Grounder to third, chance to turn 2, and it hits our field umpire. Throw it on to third, West. Let's see. As of now, she is safe. And Cindy Ball-Malone, head coach of UCF, not happy. So as it stands, 1st and 3rd for the Knights. So Cindy Ball-Malone come right out of the dugout and say, hold up a second. What a career she's had, her 6th season at UCF. 8 wins away from 200 at UCF and 9 wins away from 300 in her coaching career overall. 2 years ago, Coach Ball-Malone, the extra innings softball coach of the year after leading UCF to a 49-win season. The program's first ever Super Regional. Also a member of the Team USA coaching staff over this past summer. Sophia Nugent digs in, getting to start at catcher for this game. She was the DP in Tennessee's first game today. She lines this towards first. It's caught at first. They tap the bag to turn 2. Shannon Doherty, an unassisted double play. And we move on to the bottom of the first. Still scoreless between the Lady Vols and the Knights.
Okay. Yeah. Did you take it off?
No, that's too much to take off.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tennessee fans showing out in full force. They have quickly become one of the, they've been it for a long time, but one of the most well-regarded fan bases in all of college softball, led by the Lady Vol Locos.
I'm acting like I was 17.
These fans a chance to see their team play for the second time today after a 6-win win over Oregon State. Took down a Pac-12 team, now facing a Big 12 team in UCF. And in the circle, fresh off of a perfect game, is Carlin Pickens. And she faces Jada Cody to start the evening for the Knights. Cody, a fifth-year California native, Marietta, California. Last year, a first-team all-conference honoree after an All-American season 2 years ago. She is elite. Hitting .391 this season. And she tees things off in this UCF lineup. Cody, top of the order for UCF at 7-5 in the season. And again, a low pitch as she works a leadoff walk for UCF. Brings up Chloe Evans, and while we have a second, let's dive into the UCF lineup. Jada Cody just led off in left. Chloe Evans up now in right field. Aubrey Evans on deck in the 3 spot at shortstop. With the top 3 for UCF as Evans steps into the batter's box. Sona Halajan hits in the 4 spot as the DP. Then Sierra Humphreys hits 5th at 3rd. Katie Burge hits 6th at 2nd. Janisha Rowe in the 7th spot in center field. Ashley Griffin catches bats 8th. And Shannon Doherty returned that unassisted double play. Bats 9th. In the field for Tennessee, it's Pickens to the circle. Nugent behind home plate. Left to right of the infield's Panel, Mealer, Rodriguez, and Gibson. Left to right of the outfields, West, Malloy, and Leach. As Evans slaps it away foul. We mentioned before the grueling start to this event. Tennessee, the 4th-ranked opponent for UCF here at Mary Nutter. First 3 were losses. This tough schedule actually could have been a whole lot tougher. The final 3 games in Clearwater for UCF were rained out, all of which were supposed to be against ranked teams. There's a very real chance this could have been the 7th straight game against a ranked opponent. And that pitch way out of the zone, but Evans still went for it. And it's out number 1. First out recorded by Pickens, who yesterday recorded the 3rd perfect game in Tennessee history. 12 strikeouts in the effort over Loyola Marymount. Joins the likes of the legendary Monica Abbott and Aaron Gabriel as the 3 Lady Vols to have a perfect game. Here's Aubrey Evans. Sophomore who was an all-region team selection a season ago. Fouls it away. Aubrey batting .378, part of this UCF lineup that has been electric at the dish, batting .337 as a team. Jada Cody stands on first after the walk. For a UCF team picked 5th in the Big 12 preseason poll. On the ground to short, they can turn 2, but it's bobbled. And the tag is not applied in time to the bag by Mueller. So it's an E6. And Laura Mueller, first and second for UCF. How about this? The Knights in business in the first. Brings up Sona Halajan, transfer from Cal. 2 years ago, a first-team all-region player. Now doing her thing for the Knights. This is just her 5th start of the season. She's 5 of 13 at the dish.
Yes, Sona!
Really good pop in her bat. One of those 9 California natives. And a visit to the circle. Carlin Pickens, after pitching a perfect game yesterday, has given up 2 base runners today. We saw at Tennessee have an absolute gem of the circle from Peyton Gottschall earlier today. Holds Oregon State to just 1 run. And here is Halajan with an opportunity to get her team to the board, and it gets away from Nugent. 2 in scoring position for UCF in the first. Really good cut there from Halajan.
You were looking red. You were looking red.
First season as a Knight, part of a very talented and highly touted transfer class. D1 softball had this transfer class rated as the 14th best transfer class in the country. And way upstairs, but Nugent able to get to it in time. Everybody stays put in the bases.
I thought it was. Oh, that's a...
And the bases are loaded. And what an opportunity for the Knights. In the bottom of this first, 1 out, bases juiced. Here comes Sierra Humphreys. 3 base runners for Pickens after the perfect game yesterday. I'm always curious how athletes respond after elite performances like that. You imagine there's some semblance of pressure, not necessarily to replicate it, but just to keep that rolling. And it is not always possible to do that, of course. I mean, there's a reason why Pickens' perfect game yesterday was only the 3rd perfect game in the history of a storied program like Tennessee. So here is Humphreys.
Come on, CC!
333 hitter this season, 5 RBI this year. And fastball just moved right past her bat. And there is Pickens doing what she does so well. 2 outs. And her off-speed stuff is very good, but you know what? Her fastball is out of this world. She's been recorded at 76 miles per hour.
FloSoftball, do you think we're allowed to be outside of the dugout? Yeah, Katie! You think that's allowed? Yeah, Katie! Yeah, Katie! The ball coach just hugged me. Oh, yeah.
Pickens again with the heater.
Let's go! Yeah, Katie. Yeah, Katie! Yeah, come on, Katie!
Pickens was hitting 76 of the radar gun at the College World Series last year. As it's felt back by Katie Burge. The righty deals. Bounced over the head of Pickens. Tough play. In time made by Rodriguez. And that wraps up the first inning. UCF loads the bases, but nothing comes across. We go to the top of the second here on FloSoftball.
You don't have RA. Because of all these people, I'm gonna run with Jada. There's what the fucking imagine that shit bounced back. Like turbulence. Like we were on the plane, like. And she was, yeah, Sarah, sip it. Jada freaking Cody. Come on. Brisk jog.
Top of the second inning. Tennessee back at bat. And just 1 hit in the first. And leading things off is Destiny Rodriguez, who made the play to wrap up the last inning. 5-6-7. Rodriguez followed by Leach and Sarvis. Caitlin Felton in the circle for the Knights. Pup taking it all in. With that chew toy as well. And Pup having a good time here at the 2024 Marinetta Collegiate Classic. Been a lot of dogs around the ballpark. A lot of Tennessee fans as well. And a UCF fan with a giant hat right behind home plate. Rodriguez was 1 for 3 in Tennessee's first game today. She misses it foul. Big role last season at second base. Starter again this year. Entered the weekend leading this team, hitting .545, and she stays red hot at the dish. So Destiny Rodriguez starts the inning off with the base knock for the Lady Vols. Brings up Lana Leach. Leach had a single earlier today. Amanda Allen pinch running at first for Destiny Rodriguez. And the first offering is out of the zone. Leach now 4 for 10 at the season. Again inserted into the starting lineup. As Leach lifts it to center. And Cody, quick catch and toss for a long first out. So one gone for Cameron Sarvis. The DP slotted into the batting order for this game. The sophomore, a Tennessee kid. Just a third game of the season for Sarvis. Entering today. She did play earlier today, actually got a base knock. So game number 4 for Sarvis. And she whiffs at that offering from Caitlin Felton. Tennessee looking to sweep today's doubleheader, avoid that letdown that happened yesterday. The foul off for Sarvis. It's the 8th all-time meeting between UCF and Tennessee. However, first time they're meeting as an SEC Big 12 battle. UCF in its first season of the Big 12. After spending some time at the American. Picked 5th in the Big 12 preseason poll are the Knights. Felton misses outside to Sarvis, but you look at UCF, the success that they've had recently under Coach Cindy Ball Malone. 3 consecutive 40-win seasons. Out of the newcomers in the Big 12, they're the highest ranked team in the preseason poll. There are some real expectations for them, and they've had some great litmus tests, to say the least, to start the season. Again, Tennessee, the 4th-ranked opponent at Mary Nutter for the Knights. Throw down to second, not in time. And Allen is in a scoring position.
We're good. Come on, Kate. Come on,
Full
Kate.
count offering
Win
to
it, Kate.
Sarvis. Felton fires.
Yeah, Felton! Win it, hon, win it!
Quite the at-bat brewing. And if you're Karen Weekly, this is what you want to see from your young player in Sarvis, who has seen limited playing time. Competing very hard at the dish right now.
Yeah, Kate! Yeah!
And again, fends off a 2-strike offering. That's what makes events like this so important. In addition to the competition, you also play so many games in such a short amount of time, which almost forces your hand, and that you have to dig into some reserves a little bit, give other players some time. As Felton misses inside. Running at bat worked by Sarvis as she trots down first.
Twisted!
So first and second. Laura Mueller, her first at bat. Laura, the starting shortstop of this game. As runners on first and second. Mueller had a big RBI single in the 6th inning of last game against Oregon State. Felton deals, and again, fires one outside. With a 9-hitter Taylor Panel in the on-deck circle, then top of the order. So Tennessee a real opportunity. They can string some hits together. He's right back to the circle. Felton goes 1. That's the second out of this inning. So here's the 9-hitter, Taylor Panel.
Did you make that?
2 on, 2 outs. Both runners in scoring position for Panel. And that one moved right down Broadway. Panel 4 for 14 to the plate this year, good for a 286 batting average. Looking for her first 2-out hit of the season.
Come on, kid.
Big pitch from Felton. And again, misses outside. Top of the order's on deck with one of the best bats in America, Kiki Malloy. Felton's pitch drilled out to left field, towards the wall, off the glove of Cody. 2 runs come across. 2 RBI, 2 bagger for Taylor Panel. Jada Cody just off of that. She is a really talented outfielder, and you look at this entire outfield. Cody in left, Rowe in center, Evans in right. There are some high-level ability amongst that trio, but Panel gave it a ride and brings us home 2. And we go to the top of the order. Kiki Malloy, and Malloy wears one. So first and second for the Lady Vols. Infield convenes in the circle.
Yeah, Phil! Hey,
Hampton having to work through this.
we're good.
It's Riley West, who was 1 for 1.
Yeah, Kate! Yeah! Let's go,
West had a
Kate!
single back in the first.
Kate, way to come back!
Felton, that's a perfect spot. On the outside corner, you can even see West nodding her head. Yep, you see that.
Yeah, Felton. Yeah, Kate. Good! Yeah, Felton! Yeah, Kate! Yeah, Felton! Come on, Kate. Come on, Kate.
A take by West.
Good pitch! I love it, Kate! Come on, babe!
Panel on second, Malloy on first.
Yeah, Kate!
West at the dish.
Yeah, Kate! Yeah, Kate! Come on, kid.
Felton,
No! Yes!
this is low.
Ashley! Yeah, Ashley Griffin!
Blocked though by Griffin behind home plate. Keeping these base runners at bay.
Win it, Felton!
On the ground to third. Easy scoop and tag from Humphreys. And that wraps up the top half of the second. Tennessee brings home 2 runs. Or do they? It's a foul ball. So let's bring it back. West, new opportunity. And again grounds it this time. Clear cut foul ball from Riley West.
Let's go, Kate! Keep working! Yeah, Kate! Yeah, Kate! Come on, love.
And there's strike 3. Felton fired up. The Lady Vols put up a 2 spot as we move on to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, UCF now trailing by 2. Pickens back to the circle. It's Caitlin versus Carlin.
And Sarah's part.
Caitlin Felton for UCF entered with an emphatic strikeout, but not before the Lady Vols can do some damage. Courtesy of Panels, 2 RBI, 2 bagger. And Janisha Rowe leads things off. 7-8-9 due up for UCF. And Rowe watches a strike. Rowe in her 5th year of college softball. A journey that began at FGCU. And she has been a starter for all 5 seasons. 2 years at Florida Gulf Coast. Now her 3rd year at UCF. Florida native nestled in that 7 spot for the Knights. She's hitting .472 off to the best start of her career this year. A whopping 17 of 36 at the dish. Had a big game last night against Oregon State. 2 for 3. Scored twice as well. And there's a strike. UCF, they will make some noise this year. You look at this lineup. Top to bottom, there is production. Top to bottom, there is experience. Both at UCF and elsewhere. They brought in some reinforcements via the portal. And Pickens rings up Rowe. 3rd strikeout of the game for Carlin Pickens. Ashley Griffin settles in, the 8-hitter for UCF. Griffin just her 6th start of the year, 2 for 13 at the plate. And she strokes it into left field. There's a 1-out base knock for Ashley Griffin. Solid piece of contact. First hit of the game for the Knights. Against
and that
high-level
was Ashley
pitcher
Griffin,
Carlin
everyone,
Pickens.
who didn't know, number 27, our sophomore catcher. Love her, she's good at catching.
As you heard, our fields mic right next to the UCF dugout. So they're reintroducing Ashley Griffin. Big knock for her. It's her 3rd hit of the season. We go to the 9-hitter, Shannon Doherty. Doherty, we saw her flash the leather earlier in the game defensively. Reigning 1st-team All-AAC selection. Hitting .333 this season. Cody on deck, top of the order.
Not a person.
UCF 1-3 so far this weekend. It's lone win against Oregon State. Other than that, it's been now 4 ranked opponents. And again, they were lined up to play 3 ranked teams to end the Clearwater Invitational. Those 3 were all rained out, so they realistically could have had a stretch of 7 ranked opponents over 8 games. And Doherty fools upstairs. 4th strikeout for the flamethrower, Carlin Pickens. Pitch lined over to short, thrown back to first. And Doherty in there safely. Jack that only 2 strikes on Doherty before that. So it's an infield base knock for Shannon Doherty, who gets on board. Back-to-back singles for UCF. And they set up the top of the lineup pretty well. First and second. And just one down for Jada Cody. Cody walked in her first plate appearance.
Not today!
Coming off of a 3-hit game against Oregon State. She was 3 for 4 in that matchup. That was a game that featured her 6th hit in the last 7 games. And over the last 7 games, she has 5 multi-hit games.
I was not. I was here.
Entered today batting .391.
Tall people who just sit right there.
I was looking and I was.
Yeah, Jada! Oh my God. Yeah, Jada! Yeah, Jada! Yeah, what's up? Yeah, Jada!
Good take by Cody, but even better block by Sophia Nugent. Nugent didn't start behind home plate earlier today. But getting the opportunity to start here. Was the DP in game 1. And as Pickens readies. Cody jammed inside. Gibson calls it in for the second out. Fans, we'd like to thank all of our fantastic sponsors of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic, including Japan Tecom. Japan Tecom is the Japanese Trade Association of Confectionery Manufacturers. And Jug Sports, the Mini 3 Jugs machine, is the easy answer to all of your softball practice needs. Thank all of you for joining us in Flow Softball. I want to remind you all to let your friends and family know they can watch every pitch, live and archived, of the 2024 Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic, right here on Flow Softball. That is FLOsoftball.com. Chloe Evans 0 for 1. Struck out back in the first.
This is fun now that I'm not like I'm on higher ground. 5'8", 5'8" Giannis is right in front of a 15 midget.
Sorry about that.
Come on, Chloe! Let's go! I'm in myself. What do you mean if I'm just saying it to myself?
Evans slaps it away foul. Evans, the 2-hitter in this lineup. Wisconsin native who began her career at Minnesota for 2 seasons, and honestly, I cannot blame her one bit for transferring down to Orlando, Florida. Oh, there's the high heat from Carlin Pickens. One of the great flamethrowers in all of college softball as she wraps up the second. Top 3 after this. Tennessee by 2. Sun beginning to set on this beautiful night here in Cat City, Cathedral City, California. Located in the Coachella Valley, surrounded by multiple mountain ranges. Some great softball being played. As Tennessee leads it 2-0 in the top of the third. John Gross with you at the 2024 Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Kenna Gibson at the leadoff spot. She reached via error back in the first.
Come on, Kate!
Gibson still looking for her first hit of today's 2 games.
Yeah, Kate!
Was 0 for 4, 0 for 1 today. The All-American leads things off in this third for the Lady Vols. Ooh, that'll sting. Part of an experienced bunch for Tennessee that once again has its sights set on College World Series. They reached it last year. A 50-win season for the first time in program history. And there is hit number 1 of the day for the All-American, McKenna Gibson. The one thing is for sure about this Tennessee team, offense won't be an issue. And honestly, pitching won't be an issue either. They lost Ashley Rogers from last year. But, I mean, we've seen 2 of these arms. We've seen Pickens now. And earlier today saw Gottschall, who was electric. 2 talented arms on this Lady Vol pitching staff. Sophia Nugent 0 for 1 after lining into a double play back in the first. Lines this to second, nearly another double play. Burge able to bring it into the lineup.
Yeah, Katie! Big bird! Big bird!
There's Destiny Rodriguez. She watches the strike. Drops into the circle. It's gone 2 1/3, giving up a couple of hits. Pardon me, a couple of runs.
Yes, Kate!
4 hits, 2 runs, a strikeout and a walk.
Count leverage! Count leverage! Come on, dude. Chloe.
Fly ball, killing foul, and wow, a fan caught it. That's a really good catch. That ball was about to hit the ground. Nice play by that fan. That reminds me, there's the baseball team, the Savannah Bananas. And if a fan catches a fly ball, even if it's in foul territory, it's an out. Sadly for that fan, not a role here in Mary Nutter. Felton winds and deals. And again, launched foul by Destiny Rodriguez. Rodriguez, second-year starter at second base, despite the fact that she came out of high school primarily as a catcher. Listed as one of the best catching recruits in America. Put her at second. She's been a regular bat in the middle portion of this lineup. She is produced as she smokes it into center. And Rowe quickly fires it in. Couple of singles this third inning for the Lady Vols. and Cindy Ball Malone. Looks like she may be making a change. Caitlin Felton has gone 2 1/3 so far. Giving up 5 hits. 2 runs, both earned. So Caitlin Felton, the starter today for UCF. Tennessee, second time through, starting to find some success. Couple of hits. And we will see a pitching change. We'll step aside momentarily. Tennessee, UCF here in the 3rd.
Keep going.
Yes, Sarah! Yes, Willie! Yes, Sarah!
Yes, Sarah.
Angelina DeVoe. A pitching change here, pardon me. Sarah Willis enters the circle for UCF. The righty comes on in relief of Caitlin Felton. Sarah Willis, the 2023 AAC Pitcher of the Year, the preseason All Big 12 honoree.
Keep working!
Coming on in relief.
Come on, Ash!
2.43 ERA this season. This is her 7th appearance, just her 3rd time, however, in relief. 27 strikeouts, 9 walks this year. In 23 innings, limiting batters to a .258 batting average. So Willis enters with 1 out in this 3rd inning. And Tennessee, 2 on the base paths. Sarah Willis back in her home state from Ontario, California.
Yeah, G. Hey, let's twist it!
Pitched yesterday. Against Oregon State. For that, against Missouri, 6 innings. Gave up 5 runs. Now she spins one in there for a strike. Lana Leach, her first opponent. Jackie Kirkpatrick, pinch running on second base.
Come on, kid. I love it!
What do you need, hon?
Has the extra bag. It's an extra bag that has.
Willis ahead in the count with 2 strikes. Willis, one of the best pitchers in the nation.
Blake.
Her impressive resume includes a perfect game.
Does the extra bag ever have?
Last year, the first ever UCF pitcher to record a 7-inning perfect game. She did it against Houston.
Yeah, Sarah!
She has 2 strikes here.
You're definitely just gonna have to wear. Does it still sit on your head or no?
She was not only the pitcher of the year in the AAC, she was the unanimous pitcher of the year. Get a 2-strike pitch from Willis. Spins one in there. Just nasty stuff on that drop from Willis. Comes in and picks up the strikeout. 2 gone in this third. Cameron Sarvis walked in her first plate appearance back in the second. And she chops one foul. We'll have one more game after this at the Yankee Stadium venue. UCF takes on San Diego. Estimated start time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. 10:30 Eastern time. This time Willis steals the heat. Strike away from back-to-back Ks to start off the outing for Sarah Willis. And Willis gets strike 3, throw to first, wraps up the top half of the third. So some early trouble, but when in need, who do you call? You call up Sarah Willis, and she takes care of business. Bottom 3 after this.
Gone.
Bottom 3, as the sun has set out here in California. Things continue to heat up, though, in this matchup. Tennessee and UCF as we enter the bottom of the third. Aubrey Evans, the 3-hitter in this UCF lineup. Let's things started. 3, 4, 5 due up. Elijah on deck, followed by Humphreys. You see the velocity on that pitch. Carolyn Pickens last year radared at 76 miles per hour. That was one of the fastest pitches ever recorded. She just dials it up. And right now, with Willis in the game for UCF. It is a clash of styles. Two top-notch pitchers. But you have Pickens, who is high heat and also loves to do some dances, evidently, in the circle, versus Willis, who loves to go to her breaking pitches. Really sets up her fastball with her breaking pitches. And Evans, Kate up. Another strikeout for Pickens as she continues to blow these pitches past the barrels of the Knights. Five strikeouts, 2 walks for Carlin Pickens. Sona Halajan. Halajan walked in her plate appearance back in the first. And Fulton, that offering. And you could even look at just a clash of styles within Tennessee's own pitching staff. We saw Gottschall earlier today. It's a really good repertoire of some off speeds. Great command of the plate. And you clash that with the sheer speed of the righty Pickens. She stands at a pretty towering 6'1" of the circle. It is just different level stuff. 6 Ks through 2 2/3. So Sarah Willis, in addition to coming in as a pitcher, she will hit. Some shuffling in the lineup for UCF. Willis now in the 5 spot. She fouls it off. Willis 3 for 11 this season at the plate. Was 0 for 2 yesterday at the dish against Oregon State. Lays down the bunt. Throw from Pennell, not in time. Sarah Willis, she can move down that first baseline. And the pitcher knows how to lay one down as well.
I hear you guys, I hear you.
I hear y'all out there. We love you, Orlando.
Yay, Katie! Yay, Katie!
So 1 on with 2 outs. Katie Burge 0 for 1. A ground out to end the first inning. And she watches off the plate. senior out of Miami. And Bird's down to her final strike. Katie, an experienced player. Her and I actually have something in common too. We both love Thai food. She said her favorite food is Thai food. That's up there for me as well. Nothing like some good pad ki mao. She faces the two-strike offering. And an unsuccessful appeal down to first. Slow roller, the bare hands, got her. Panel at third, making things happen. We move on to the top of the fourth, approaching the midway point of this matchup. Lady Vols 2, Knights nothing.
But what you could do for now, it sounds bad, but... Or is it bothering you?
No, I didn't even notice it, but like...
Yeah. No, I
But for out there, it's fine.
No, you're good. I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, if... Dude, put a zip tie through it.
I just don't know how to get it.
Top of the fourth inning, Tennessee clings to this 2-0 lead over the Knights of UCF. Sarah Willis stays in the circle. She ended last inning with back-to-back strikeouts after entering with one out. She faces Laura Mueller. 8-9 then top as Willis starts it off with a strike. Fans, keep up with USA Softball all year long at www.usasoftball.com. Finding local events, USA Softball National Championships, and the latest uncertified equipment is all just one click away. And if you're a top 12U player, make sure to go ahead and sign up and try out for the USA All-American Games. Willis works ahead with 2 strikes. She does such a good job getting ahead in counts. And a pitcher who has the repertoire that she does, the breaking balls that she has, makes her so difficult to face as a batter when there are 2 strikes on you. The deep bend and a 3rd strikeout in 3 batters faced for Sarah Willis. move on to the 9-hitter, who has the difference-making hit in this game, Taylor Panel. Panel, a 2 RBI double back in the second. That came off the glove of Jada Cody in left field. Willis generates a grounder. First ball put in play against Sarah Willis. That's the second out of the inning. So Evans with the throw from shortstop. And it's 4 up, 4 down for Willis in the circle. And now we'll go to the top of the lineup, and what a matchup this is. This is why tournaments or invitationals like Mary Nutter are so fun. Because you get things like Willis versus Malloy. An elite pitcher against an elite hitter. Malloy 0 for 1, hit by a pitch back in the second. And she's down to her final strike. Malloy at the plate yesterday became Tennessee's career home run queen. And the impressive thing with that is that she did it in just over 200 games. The previous record holder was Megan Grank, who did it in 245 games. 0-2. Willis had that strikeout strut ready to roll. One, two from Sarah Willis. On the ground, Aubrey Evans wraps up the inning. A 1-2-3 frame orchestrated by Sarah Willis. She's faced 5, she's retired 5. Bottom 4 after this.
Come on, guys, we're smart people.
Bottom of the 4th inning, UCF trying to crack the code of Carlin Pickens. That being said, few teams have been able to do so. 2-0 Lady Vols in front. Meeting softball brands Easton and Rawlings have all new Ghost, Advanced, and Mantra Plus bats. And if you want to increase your bat speed, reduce tension, and take your game to the next level, well, the Airwave Performance Mouthpiece delivers these benefits and so much more. Check out the Airwave. Janisha Rowe leads off the inning. She slaps it foul. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Knights. It's Rowe followed by Ashley Griffin and Shannon Doherty. 3 hits so far for the Knights, 2 of which have come from the bottom portion of the lineup. The 8-9 hitters, Griffin and Doherty, both with hits the first time through. Rowe rolls in under a diving Mueller. So how about the bottom third of the lineup for UCF? All 3 with base hits. So here is Ashley Griffin, 1 for 1. And Griffin powers it foul. Doherty on deck, then the top of the order and Cody. That flashed. No throw back to first, and they actually went and credited Doherty with getting aboard with an error, not with a hit. So she is 0 for 1. And ended up rolling it an E5. Either way, Griffin at the plate. She does have a hit. And give her 2 hits. Ashley Griffin, her second hit, back-to-back singles for the Lady Vol, for the Knights against the Lady Vols. UCF sends on pinch runner for Shannon Doherty at the plate. With 2 on and nobody out. With the top of the order on deck, you imagine bunt is in the equation. But we'll see what's in store. And Doherty fouls it away. Reached on an E5. Jada Cody, top of the lineup in the on-deck circle. Rowe on second. Samantha Del Hoyo is the pinch runner on first in favor of Ashley Griffin. Doherty down and looking. 7th K for Carlin Pickens. And now 1 out with the top of the order. Jada Cody, top of the lineup with first and second. Going after that first pitch. This is now the third time through the order for UCF. So this is where you'll sometimes see teams find a little more success at the plate. Having seen Pickens, but sometimes with the fastball that she has, even if you know it's coming, it's tough to get around to it. Comes in there so fast. Solid speed of the bases. Rowe has 4 swipe bags. DeLoyo on first has 2 swipe bags this season. Lined right to short, and they turn 2. Miller, Rodriguez, the middle infield, making things happen for the Lady Vols. We move on to the 5th. Tennessee by 2.
Here.
2-0 lead for Tennessee. It's been a fun one so far between these two teams. Tennessee fans well represented. UCF fans in the house though as well. Go Knights, charge on. Chant just broke out during that break. Two, three, 4 to the plate for the Lady Vols this inning. Riley West leads off 1 for 2 at a single in the first. Struck out swinging in the second. Facing Sarah Willis, who has been unhittable since coming in. She's faced 5. She's retired 5 with 3 strikeouts and 2 groundouts to shortstop. Well, there's a base knock, and Rowe keeps it in front of her, and she collides with the fence. It is a double. Riley West, the leadoff 2-bagger. So the leadoff double by West, but you have to credit Rowe for literally laying her body in the line right there. She slid into the fence to keep that ball in front of her. Once it hits the fence, you never know what's going to happen in terms of ricochet. That could have been a 3-bagger if she wasn't able to do that. As Willis spins one in there for a strike on McKenna Gibson. Fresh off of her first hit of the day. Now 1 for 2 today. Willis, a strike away from what would be her 4th strikeout.
Yeah, Sarah.
And 7 batters faced.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. Come on, kid. Good! Yeah! Yeah, Sarah! Yeah, Sarah! Yeah, Sarah. Right here, you're still ahead. Yeah, Sarah. Come on, kid.
Willis ahead of the count. Grounder skips away. Evans fires it in, but it's cut off. It's an RBI single for McKenna Gibson.
We're good.
3-0 Lady Vols.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah.
And Sophia Nugent comes to bat.
Come on, Sarah.
Chance to keep it rolling. Back-to-back hits to start off this 5th. As that breaking ball is smacked but foul.
Yeah, one for you.
Vance PGF was founded in 2009 and today crowns the unquestioned national champions across 9 age divisions. Premier Girls Fast Pitch is where the best of the best play in amateur fast pitch softball. Since 2009, thousands of female student athletes have realized their dreams to play at the college level by performing with top-level competition in front of college recruiters. PGF produces hundreds of tournaments and showcases each year across the country, including the PGF High School All-American Game, unanimously considered the highest individual honor in all of youth fast pitch softball. Premier Girls Fast Pitch, the future of the game, is here.
Trust it. Trust it. Come on, kid.
So after the double by West, Gibson drove her in. Gibson on first. Nugent at the plate 0 for 2. Nugent has lined out twice, both to the right side of the infield. Although this is her first time facing Willis. And it skips away from Griffin
You're good.
as Gibson easily advances into scoring position.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah.
Another 2-strike pitch from Willis. And the fan with the giant UCF hat has returned. I love that, a massive beanie. And that time, no fan's able to make the play. There's that fan to the left side of the screen in the red who caught a foul ball a little earlier this game.
Yeah, Sarah. Win it, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. Yes, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. Come on, kid. Come on, baby.
And that splits the wickets of Griffin. And Gibson has advanced to 120 feet on some pitches that have gotten away from Ashley Griffin.
Yeah, Sarah. Take it on. We go. Come on. Yeah, Sarah.
With no outs, Tennessee on the doorstep of adding a 4th run. Destiny Rodriguez on deck. Rodriguez is 2 for 2 today. The offering from Willis. And she just cannot sit down Nugent. Nugent puts it in play. Rowe makes the grab and quickly gets it in. Well done by Janisha Rowe in center. First out of the inning. What an at-bat that was. Nugent really battled. So Willis gets that out. Now she'll look to retire Destiny Rodriguez, who has yet to be sat down in this game. She's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. And that was fouled off. I think it also came off of Rodriguez. Like that bat first. And Willis spins it in there for a strike. Strikeout would be major. Strike away from getting that K. Roll to third. They go 1. 2 outs. So 2 away. Here is Leach at the plate after the ground out to third. Leach 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Willis. At deep ends. No go. Gave up back-to-back base hits to start the inning. Has retired the last 2. Gibson on third. Lifted foul. As Cody and Griffin give chase. Cody now at third base. Been a little bit of shuffling. Cody at third. Samantha Ray comes in to play second. Katie Burgeon left. Willis. Boom. What a pitch. Just nasty stuff from Willis. Although Tennessee does get one across against her. The Lady Vols up that lead, 3-0. Bottom 5 after this on FloSoftball. Bottom of the 5th inning, UCF down by 3. The Knights pitching staff doing just enough to keep them in this game, but here's the deal. They have to find a way to get some runs across. That is not easy to do against Carlin Pickens, one of the hardest throwers in the country, but this is one way that could get things started at least. Chloe Evans, it's a leadoff base hit. So Chloe Evans on base. And a pinch hitter, Stormy Kotzelnick, part of that impact transfer class. She'll step to the plate, pinch hitting for Aubrey Evans. Kotzelnick, a all-region transfer from Louisiana. She was a star for the Ragin' Cajuns. Hit .323 over 2 seasons after redshirting at Washington. She's only 5 of 27 this year, 185. Kotzelnick batting for Aubrey Evans, who had been 0 for 2. One of the 7 strikeouts that Pickens has delivered. Pickens, her ERA, including her performance today, is now down to 0.56. Pickens may be young, only a sophomore, but do not let that fool you one bit. She's given up a mere 2 runs this season through 4 innings. Through 25 innings. No runs through 4 innings today. Kostelnick rolls to second. What a diving play. Rodriguez in time to first. Chloe Evans does make her way to second. There is the glove of Destiny Rodriguez, who again, she was coming out of high school, mostly known as a catcher. And here's a visit to the circle. Sona Halajan up now for UCF. UCF is 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And to be fair, Tennessee not much better, just 1 for 10. That being said, that one hit was 2 RBI double. And that's 2/3 of the difference right now. That one swing by Panel. So here is Halajan. Sona hitless. She struck out and walked. Halajan behind 0-2. And it's an 8th strikeout for Carlin Pickens. 8 Ks for the sophomore. 2 outs now. Sarah Willis to the plate. Laid down a bunt single in her first at bat. And watches the heater. And Pickens a strike away from another shutout frame. She has 8 Ks. Strike away from her 9th. Her season high is 12 in yesterday's perfect game against Loyola Marymount. This is pitcher versus pitcher. Pickens against Willis. And Pickens wins the duel. A 9th strikeout for the sophomore. We go to the 6th. Lady Vols, 3-0 advantage over UCF. On to the 6th inning. Tennessee leads it 3-0. 7-8-9 here. Sarvis, Mueller, Panel. 3 to hit for Karen Weekly's squad. Sarah Willis stays in the circle for UCF. Has done an admirable job since entering back in the 3rd. Only giving up 1 run against this high-octane Tennessee offense. And that'll drop in. Another base knock for Tennessee. Seventh hit of the game for the Lady Vols. Pinch runner to first for Karen Weekly's club. Laura Mueller slated to hit, but we'll see a pinch hitter as well. Sarah Willis trying to keep things close. So the pinch runner is Taylor over to first. And Zeta Pooney at the plate. Pinch hitting for Laura Mueller. Pooney looking to get that bat going again. Spent some time rehabbing leading into the season. Started her career at Oklahoma. She's become a mainstay on Rocky Top last couple of seasons. Very athletic family as well. Her aunt played college softball. And she fouls it off. And her cousin, Nico Iamaleava, highly touted player at Tennessee. He'll enter his sophomore season. 5-star quarterback. This misses again. Katie Taylor pinch running. Rita Pooney at bat. Her first at bat of this game. We saw her as a pinch hitter in game 1. Oh, that is nasty. What a pitch. As Willis drops one past the bat of Pooney. So 1 gone after Pooney is K'd up. There's Bella Faw. First at bat of the game for the freshman. I think that Panel re-entered, so Panel back at the plate, 1 for 2. Panel, as it stands, responsible for the biggest moment of this game, the 2 RBI double back in the 2nd. And they'll swap the ball. So Willis content with what she has. Umpires get a new crop of softballs. Scott Mayer, our home plate umpire today for this one. And that hit her. No, let's see. She just trotted down to first. They threw over to first. Panel. So Scott Mayer has to sort things out. Cindy Ball-Malone is perplexed. So Panel is standing on first. And now our umpiring trio will have to chat things over. Scott Mayer, Susan Eads, Mark Maciel. And I have to say, this is the first time today, this is the fourth game, this is the first time today that we've seen a little bit of controversy. And Panel will head back to the plate. So no hit by pitch. Now Ashley Griffin wants to get her 2 cents in. All right, so we get to softball. Still 1 on and 1 out. Willis winds and fires and fouls off. Quite the at-bat here between Panel and Willis. Willis calls time. Panel the 9-hitter. Malloy top of the order. Malloy still hunting for her first hit of the game. Runner goes, fired to second. Not in time. Swipe bag for Taylor. Katie Taylor, the speedy junior, advances into scoring position. Second stolen base of the season for Taylor. And Willis wraps up the AB. Back-to-back Ks for Willis. So now 2 outs in the 6th. In a game that, in all honesty, could be a much larger lead for Tennessee. They are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position as Malloy watches a strike. And a team that has so many key pieces So many big bats. Just 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. 2 for 16 with runners on in total. We even saw a little bit of that in the first game from them against Oregon State. Pitching has been superb in both games, no doubt about that. We've seen flashes of this high-octane offense. Loy, of course, a major part of this lineup. And it's a Wilds pitch, as Taylor trots 60 feet closer. And that ran inside. And this is almost exactly what we just saw before. Let's see what the call is. And Malloy will have to stay at the plate. That ball ran up and in on her. And again, a discussion. It hit something near the hand or the bat, but that's the question. Was it the hand or the bat? Certainly contact, and she's now showing her hand. And once again, the umpires will confer. So Malloy will stay at the plate. Taylor 60 feet away. Willis, after back-to-back strikeouts. Malloy on the grounds. Evans wraps up the 6th. UCF continues to stay within striking distance. Those bats, they've been silenced though by Pickens. We'll move on to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Lane Vols.
What'd you say? On you.
Bottom of the 6th, as Pickens stays in the circle. She has tossed an absolute gem after a perfect game yesterday. Now looking for a shutout. 6 outs away from a complete game shutout for the standout sophomore. I'd say both teams' pitching staffs today have done a pretty, I mean, for Tennessee, a fantastic job, of course, with Pickens, but even with UCF, the two arms we've seen, to limit Tennessee to 3 runs at this point of the game, you're giving your offense a shot. You can't expect to do much better than that. Even though Tennessee has had some chances to add to this lead, they still have a really good offense that you hold them to 3 runs through 6 innings. Probably pretty pleased with that. Katie Burge leads off, 6, 7, 8 here for UCF. What's impressed me the most with Pickens, how she's performed with runners on base. Hasn't felt that pressure that sometimes young pitchers may feel in situations like that. She's limited UCF to just 1 of 14 with runners on, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And as we said before, she may be a sophomore in the circle, but she got some great experience last year pitching some of the biggest stages this sport has to offer. And she picks up the first out. It's a strikeout once more. That is now double digits for Pickens. She is 2 away from matching her season high, which came yesterday in the perfect game. There's Janisha Rowe. Fans Bonet is a proud partner with Mary Nutter. Check out Bonet products and design your new setup. Rowe 1 for 2 at a single and a strikeout. And USA Preps is the largest college camp and tournament company in the country, with close to 100,000 players helped so far and counting. If you have a player interested in playing college softball like the players you're watching right now, go to usapreps.com and register for an event. Rowe fights it off. Down to her final strike. Pickens has K'd up the last 3 batters she's faced. Ten strikeouts. Make it 11. Two gone to the 6th. UCF 4 outs to work with. Ashley Griffin to the plate. She is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. That's 2 of UCF's 5 hits. And she's done it in the 8th spot. The foul away. As Pickens is a strike away from hang up the side. It would be her 5th consecutive strikeout, her 12th of the game to match a season high. Pickens. Fended off by Griffin. Another 2-strike pitch. It's under the glove of Panel at third. A little bit of life for UCF. And how about Ashley Griffin getting on board all 3 of her at-bats? So 2 gone, UCF, 4 outs to work with. Shannon Doherty settles in 0 for 2. Doherty rounds it foul. Pickens looking to shut the door on this 6th, bring it to the final inning. Maybe some question marks with Ashley Rogers moving on. I think these 2 starters we've seen today have answered those. Pickens dealing right now against a very solid UCF team. And it's a called strike 3. She matches her season high, 12 strikeouts. On to the final inning. Lady Vols looking for insurance here on FloSoftball.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Top of the last inning. One more chance for this Tennessee offense to add some insurance runs. It's a 3-0 scoreline, a game that almost feels like it's a little bit more lopsided than that. Just given the pitching from Pickens. But major credit to UCF's pitchers, especially Sarah Willis, coming in as someone who's expected to be one of the best pitchers in the Big 12 after being the unanimous pitcher of the year in the American last year. First pitch, dribbled for a base knock. And it is a leadoff single for Riley West. 3-hit game for Riley West after a 2-hit game in game 1 of today's matchups for Tennessee. She's been one of the bright spots today for the Lady Vols offensively. McKenna Gibson also multi-hit performance in this second game. A couple of singles, including an RBI single in the 5th. And Evans snags it 1 down. So here's Sophia Nugent, 0 for 3. Willis continues to show us those off-speed pitches. Interesting when she warms up every inning. She starts with an overhand throw, like a baseball pitch. That's how she starts her warm-ups. And then she'll go into her softball pitching routine. It's clear, you just watch her play. She plays with so much joy and passion and energy. Good block by Ashley Griffin. That has the UCF dugout pretty fired up. UCF will play again after this. But thankfully for them, unless this game goes to many extra innings, this game will start way earlier than their game started yesterday. Their final game. And there were games playing. Their final game started after 1 a.m. Eastern time, which is the time that they're used to, being from Orlando, Florida. Nugent in the glove of Rowe for the second out. So potentially the final batter for Tennessee. By the way, UCF, if you want to pick the perfect spot to start a rally in the 7th, it's exactly where they will be starting. Top of the order, Jada Cody to lead things off in the bottom of this inning. As Destiny Rodriguez watches one inside. Again, a ball taken by Rodriguez. Exciting matchup here at the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Great non-conference test for these two teams. Here's a strike. And for UCF, facing its 4th ranked opponent of this event. 0-3 against ranked opponents entering this game here at Mary Nutter. And Willis again locates the zone. Two-strike offering from Willis. Slow roller off an awkward hop, no trouble for Aubrey Evans. And we flip things to the bottom of the order. Last chance for UCF. 1-2-3 due up for the Knights. We'll see if a comeback is in store on FloSoftball. Last chance for UCF. Down by 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order in Jada Cody. Tennessee's bats have given Carlin Pickens just enough run support. Especially that 2 RBI double by Panel coming through in a big way back in the 2nd. But when you have a pitcher like Pickens, pitching as well as she has here in California, 3 runs feels like it's insurmountable if you're the opposition. Perfect game yesterday, now 3 outs away from a complete game shutout tonight.
Are you gonna check the ball? Check the ball.
Cody 0 for 2 at the plate. She did
The ball.
walk in her first at-bat. One of just 2 walks that Pickens has dealt tonight. And there is 13. A new season best for Pickens, who is all smiles in the circle. And not only a season best, but a career high, 13 strikeouts, coupled with just 2 walks. And she starts this at bat to Chloe Evans with the strike as well. Evans 1 for 3, a single and 2 strikeouts.
We believe in that. Yeah, we believe in that. She just did it.
You could look at Pickens' line, and there's so many eye-popping numbers. The 13-2 strikeout to walk ratio, limiting UCF to, at this point, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
It's like this. It's Lego, for sure. But then what's the one that we keep going? Isn't that the
And it's another one. 14 strikeouts. Pickens adding to her career high. And it comes down to this. Aubrey Evans, 0 for 3 today. And it's bounced foul. And a stoppage here. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Cindy Ball Malone needs to get her thoughts across. 2 years removed from being the extra inning softball coach of the year. Done a wonderful job leading UCF. Now in year 1 of the Big 12. Pickens finds the zone, and she is a strike away from back-to-back complete game shutouts here at Mary Nutter. Aubrey Evans stands in her way.
20 seconds.
Pickens, one strike away from Kang up the side and wrapping this up. Good take from Evans. Sona Halajan is on deck. One of the more powerful bats in this lineup. But Evans needs to survive. Pickens. Ground ball, backhand stop, Miller! Not in time. Aubrey Evans beats out the throw.
She wanted to do it, bro. She wanted to do it. Fake. Fake. She was thinking about it. She said, I could end this.
So Evans
You guys go after her.
over to first. And it will be a pinch hitter. Savannah Adams, the California native. She is 4 of 10 this season. The junior from La Miranda, California. Evans on first. Adams at the plate. And 2 balls to start off the at-bat to Savannah Adams. First at-bat of the day for Adams. Remember, UCF, a mere 1 of 15 with runners on today. And another miss. Sarah Willis looms in the on-deck circle. There's a strike. And Pickens again on the doorstep of K number 15. Payoff pitch. Again, the 2-strike delivery. Grounder, and that hit Evans, and that will do it. The 3rd out of the game, of the inning, and Tennessee victorious. And that makes back-to-back complete game shutouts for the sophomore, Carlin Pickens, as the Lady Vols come away with a 3-0 win over the Knights of UCF. All smiles in Vol Nation, all smiles on a Rocky Top this evening as Tennessee comes away with 2 wins against Power 5 opponents on this Saturday now evening in California. And the storyline in both games, the standout pitching performances from the 2 arms from Tennessee. Well, a big thanks to all of you for joining us today on behalf of our entire Flow Sports production team. My name is John Gross. This has been a presentation of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic and Flow Sports from Cathedral City, California. The final score in this one, Tennessee 3, UCF nothing. For more softball, tune into Flow Sports for games across the Big League Dreams fields, including Wrigley Fields, Fenway Park, Des Moines Fields, and Pawtucket Fields. And make sure to stay tuned to this Yankee Stadium field for our 5th and final game of the day. UCF right back at it against San Diego. Once again, Thanks to all of you for joining us. For our entire crew, led by Amanda Geyer, my name is John Gross, saying so long. We will talk to you in a little bit.